Well, I believe the major challenge facing higher education in New Jersey is no different than the one facing the nation with respect to higher education. And it really is making higher education more affordable, particularly for middle-class families, because the rate of tuition increases have made it very difficult for families to be able to afford to send their kids to school, and the consequence has been that having to take out very large loans, and I think it has in the long run a discouraging effect. We ought to be encouraging young people to get a higher education. They look at the cost and maybe decide that now is not the time, or they're just not able to do it. So we have to look at ways of making the whole system more efficient and productive. Actually, getting information on New Jersey's higher education budget is not a difficult thing to do. The budget information is available to the public through our Department of Treasury's website. And it's fairly easy to go through the documents and find out about it. Digging down and trying to understand how money is allocated to each institution, those issues do get a little more complicated. But generally speaking, to understand the big issues, money to the institutions, money to student aid, money to support capital construction, those figures can be fairly easily gotten to if you're willing to spend, maybe 15 minutes of your time to do it. Well, engagement is both easy and difficult. It's easy in the sense that when it comes to the budget issues, it happens in a very prescribed period of time. It's more or less March 1 through I'll say June 15th or so. So you know that those are the times that you can affect what's happening in Trenton when it comes to the adoption of the budget. But it does mean having to have a presence in Trenton, because it's hard to have discussions elsewhere about budget stuff. And the other thing is that sometimes people look at the process as to, after the governor delivers his budget address. But if you want to have long-term impact on questions of spending, you really have to sort of do that all the time. You have to be talking to legislators on a regular basis and saying, this is what's wrong with the system, this is the change that we propose to make it better. You always have to remember that legislators are dealing with a large number of demands when it comes to the budget. Higher ed is only one of the many things they deal with. So if you walk in thinking that yours is the most important issue, you're likely to be disappointed when you leave.